Hey y'all in for a treat. I am back on Instagram this week. So, as y'all know, I've come on here early to make sure there are no tech issues. But happy Wednesday. I straight up thought today was Thursday, so if you're in the group, I completely forgot about the Who Are You Wednesday segment, so y'all forgive me about that. But today has just been a day. This week is just really long, and then it just like really hit that Thanksgiving is next week. So yeah, so I am just all over the place right now, but I am just gonna sit here, as y'all know, make sure everything's set. So if you catch the replay on this, y'all know just to fast forward like a minute or two with this one. Hey girl, I'm just making sure everything's set so you come on. But yeah, so I just usually sit here rambling. I come on a couple minutes early. Okay, one sec. I'm about to bring you on right now. And we're waiting and we're loading. Hello.
Hi, how are
How are
you?
you? I'm good. I was just rambling on and on, like just getting started. Like Instagram gives me issues here and there. So I was like, let me make sure I come on a little bit early just to make sure I got it working. So you just come on okay. But
Okay,
overall, I'm doing
awesome.
good. How about you?
Oh, what was your question?
I said, how are you doing? Oh, it froze. One sec.
A phone call, I guess. Wow.
Okay.
I guess I need to ask my kids. Are we on live yet?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Speaking of anything that could go wrong, a phone call.
Yeah, I know. I was like, let me just make sure. Let me just make it through. Hey. True mom fashion. So yeah, so I just put mine in bed. So that's why I have it at such a weird time. But I will not hold you any longer. First, just start out by you just telling us your name, what you do, and then we'll just take it on from there.
Okay, awesome. Good evening, everyone. I am Samantha Francis Darity. And just to share a little background, my husband and I, we have 4 beautiful children and 1 adorable granddaughter. I am very passionate about beauty and wellness health. Locally, I am the director of the Young Divisions Department of my church, and I absolutely enjoy working with children.
Aw.
Professionally, I am the CEO of Beyond Beauty, LLC, SFD, where our mission is seeing the good in others and highlighting the importance of beauty and wellness health and bringing encouragement to those that we encounter.
Yeah.
Uh, I am also an independent beauty consultant, a free blogger, and a registered nurse where I currently practice clinically at an acute rehabilitation hospital.
Okay, busy.
Yes.
So what made you get into like the wellness industry, like not wellness, but like beauty industry?
Well, as far as the beauty industry, because I'm with Mary Kay, it was actually an outlet. Um, my oldest son is 21. I started parenting at the age of 19 and 20. So, in between a lot of my focus being on family
Yeah.
and life was happening, it was a great outlet and I fell in love with it. It opened my eyes to a wider world in reference to entrepreneurship.
Yeah. I heard Mary Kay is like really good with that. Like some people that like work with them. So I love that you're doing the beauty because I know I'm kind of getting sidetracked, but like I know for myself included, like just taking care of myself, especially when I got a 7 and 2-year-old. So like thinking about myself, taking care of myself kind of came like last,
Uh-huh.
although it should have came first. So
Yes.
like what advice, I always like say this, like, so what advice would you give to somebody that needs to take care of themselves, really? Like how to,
I'm gonna
like,
say, get it in the whisper. I heard someone say that at a seminar that I was at. So I'm gonna just say, take heed to just what you are hearing, and don't learn it the hard way because clinically, as a nurse, I've practiced nurse for over 15 years.
yeah.
And I've lived life. And so in between just watching others, our body, you know, it will let us know when we need to rest. So whether we want to voluntarily learn to
Yeah.
take care of ourselves or learn it through its experience. So I would say get it in the whisper, you know, create that balance, because that's, you know, I'm very passionate about helping others, but I'm also very realistic that if we're not healthy, if we
Yeah.
can't take care of ourselves, we can't be very helpful to others.
That is so true. I always like relate myself because I was like, I've been that person. I'm still kind of in that person. I'm a recovering person about
Yeah.
taking better care of myself, because I'll sit there and run myself ragged. Like this year, I had to get myself back in therapy and all that other stuff just to remind myself, like, okay, I do need to take care of myself because I'm starting to lash out on everybody.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure
And
you
that
got
and that's great, you know, that you're doing that, because that is a part of taking care of yourself. It could have got a lot worse before you
yeah.
realized that. So awesome.
So my thing, first off, is like you're an RN and you do all this other stuff. How do you find time to like manage like 4 kids and RN, like your businesses and everything? Like, how do you find time to do like everything?
You know, I would have to say family support. Our kids are older now, so our oldest are in their 20s, our youngest, our two younger children, they are 11 and they're 15. They're mannerable and, you know, pretty well disciplined for the most part, not
Yeah.
perfect. So that definitely helps. We live near our parents, and that's been a great help to us. And as far as my clinical, as far as nursing, I do 12 hours. So I usually take me at least one rest day to recuperate,
Yeah.
and then business is back to usual.
Oh goodness. I was like, I sit here and struggle with my, like, I work from home, so I sit here and struggle with my little 2 businesses I got going on. So like when I hear y'all, like, I applaud y'all, like going outside the home working and still working on y'all businesses. So like I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
But
And,
also,
and again, you have to remember, with my oldest son, you learn that, again, you learn so much. If you watch, you know, the people that you care for, you will learn so much. But, you know, in parenting, our kids, they're going to grow up. They're going to get older. And we're going to have a life after that. So, you know, you just learn.
yeah, I'll say, I'm glad you mentioned that.
So you'll find that balance, so you won't find yourself in that empty spot or that empty space.
Right. Okay. So I know you say you work with kids. Do you have like any plans like for next year or going forward like with that? Or how like what I can't talk. Get something.
But
Like what like how do you what words am I trying to say here? Like do you plan on doing any like thing? I like
I
lost my
think I
question.
are you kind of asking more because of the restrictions that we have with social
Yes.
distancing? Um,
Yes.
in this last year, it has definitely been a challenge, but here soon I'm going to be moving forward with things like this as far as social media, because even here locally, our church doors are still closed. So between myself here locally, our area, and our district, you know, we are finding creative ways to work with our youth, and to keep them engaged. And one of the things that I love about the kids that I work with is that a number of them, they're very vocal and very helpful and give insights. So that's one of the things that I've also learned when working with youth. You know, you want to give them, you know, a chance to, you know, exfol and
Yeah.
to bring their creativity. So I also use the insight of my youth, but we'll be doing a lot of social networking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I'm getting. It's like I'm starting to hit like that point where I'm like getting over it, but at the same time, it's like it's necessary because you know we about to morph into this more so, especially
Oh
moving
yeah,
forward with everything. So yeah,
oh yeah, yeah. The world, you know, the world is still going. There's still, you know, things that are catching their attention. So as parents and as our youth mentors, we have to be creative in reference to staying in tune and keeping them engaged.
okay. So my other question too, just for other people that will watch later on. So what tips, like coming from like an RN and like all kinds of specialists, what tips would you give like to like our audience is predominantly moms, but we also have like other women in business and everything too. So what advice would you give them like to take better care of themselves? I know you work like in the wellness space and beauty space. So like what tips would you probably give them to take care of themselves, especially with the holiday season coming up and just moving forward?
I would say is to, take a pause and look at the things that you value, that you find value in, not necessarily materialistic things, but, I'm a spiritual person. I know that everyone may not necessarily believe in the birth of Jesus, but one of the things that we often do, special times when we're on a budget, is we remember the reason for the season, and that's the gift of Christ. And so I would say, even with the social distancing, definitely, we want to be safe.
Right.
And with the gathering of our families, so finding creative ways to do that. But in reference to that balance and in reference to taking care of yourself, I have to rewind and go back to say is finding what you value as a person, and just find that one thing you want to do, where it may not take away from others, or where you may not feel like you're being selfish to someone else. Find that one thing that you can do for yourself to make yourself feel special. And for some people, it may be spending time with others. It may not just be something, doing something for yourself. But I would just say find value. Don't get caught up in, being able to, spend a lot of money and buy expensive things and get caught up in the not having, but just find something, that you're thankful for. And just, that's pretty much my advice on that.
I like that. I mean, it may seem simple, but I was like, we do need that sometimes. It's like we get caught up. Like I say that myself. I get caught up with everything. So like someone saying that, like slow down, and the constant reminder, like it's good. So I really like it. So one last thing before I ask you, like where we can find you online. Do you have any projects coming up, like in the near future? Any things that you're working on that we should be on the outlook for or look for?
Oh, definitely. Beyond Beauty is going to be the mother brand for many things in reference to things that can help us as a society and to help in my local community. And then prayerfully, as God continue to bless us, we can spread abroad. But you can definitely find me on my Instagram at Beyond Beauty SFD. And in the blog there, you'll be able to find my link to my website.
Okay.
Which is the Beyond Beauty Wix site. And through there is also a link to my Mary Kay. So I would say if you're without a Mary Kay beauty consultant, please support Beyond Beauty SFD. It would definitely, contribute to our wellness program, as well as some of our other brands that will be contributing. My husband and I just recently invested in our daughter with the lemonade stand. And so together we are learning to bake treats and, find exquisite lemonade recipes. So yeah, definitely follow me at Beyond Beauty SFD just to stay in tune. And thank you so much for having me.
Oh, of course. One last thing, does your daughter have like a page, Facebook page or anything, so we can?
It's like I felt like you were gonna ask me that today, and I was asking my son. I was like, "Can you please set up my daughter's Instagram page?" So no, not. You know what? We will have one tomorrow. So just follow me. It'll be Barbara's Lemonade and Treats on Instagram.
Sounds good, but you should know, but we'll be looking forward to that.
Okay.
But I'll tell them to make sure they contact you first so we can get all the inside scoop.
Okay.
But thank you for joining me on this Wednesday, and I appreciate you for coming on, and I will be in contact again probably like tomorrow or Friday too.
Sounds good.
Stuff. But yeah, thank you for coming on. It was nice meeting you.
You too. Have a good evening.
You too. All right, y'all. So thank you for tuning in for In the Hot Seats. We have one more coming up next Wednesday at 7 p.m. I got to double check. I'll announce that. But 7 p.m. we have another one coming up right before Thanksgiving. So if you want to unwind, sit with us for a few minutes, come and join us then. And other than that, I will see y'all in not outer space. Oh my God, social media. Bye.